The tree diagrams in syntax is a way to illustrate the analysis of the groups of words that form larger structures. To form complete sentences, we had to grouping some specific elements, and tree diagrams help us to do that. If you can see here, this is an illustration of how the syntax tree function. And the tree diagram, it's like that. It's just diagramming some specific linguistic elements, and it's divided in basically two main categories: subject and predicate. We already know what is a subject and we already know what is a predicate. So in syntax trees, basically you are going to group the elements that belongs to the subject and the elements that belong to the predicate, right? So let's see some specific generalities in order to do that. The tree diagrams generalities, the first thing that you have to do about this is the phrase structure. Every word belongs to a lexical category. Every single word that you can see belongs to a part of speech. For example, here, that is our determiner, and that is the syntactic category that it has. Cat belongs to the category of noun. So every single word that you can see in a sentence belong to a general category. And the lexical categories form heads of phrases. For example, if this example that you can see here, the noun phrase, the most important element here is the noun, because it's the ones that give you significance to the phrase. So in every single phrase that we can see, the most important element is the most important and the most relevant in that phrase. How phrases are formed is governed by rules. So we have some phrase rules. That means that we have some specific formulas for each one of the phrases that constituent a sentence. And what is a constituent? It's a word or group of words that function as a unit. Here, the and cat forms constituents that works for noun phrases. Here, place, it's a constituent that is a verb that belongs to a verb phrase. So that is a constituent. And what we can do in this syntax tree is to write down the name first of the phrases and then the constituents of those phrases by label those categories using the initial of the categories. For example, here we cannot write determiner, we just write det. Here we don't write noun, we only add the n, the initial letter. Those are some specific examples of phrases, of the type of phrases that we can use in the tree diagrams. First, the noun phrase. Those are the possible combinations that we can see for noun phrase. Here we have just one single noun, which is a proper noun. Then we have the determiner plus noun, determiner, adjective, and noun, and the noun phrase when it's joined into a prepositional phrase too. It is longer. Here we have the most common one, and I think is the easiest one to spot, is a prepositional phrase. We have a PP, only a PP, and we have a combination of a PP with a noun phrase and another PP. Those are possible combinations. The verb phrase, we have only a verb, then a verb and a noun phrase, a verb, noun phrase, and an adverb. And remember, here it's important to remember, to be redundant, remember the specific theory about verbs and adverbs. Remember, adverbs only modify verbs. That's why you have to group the adverbs into the verb phrase combinations. Here you have another ones, and here you have the example how to diagram those verb phrase combinations. We have adjective phrase too. Adjectives phrase are the combination between an adverb and an adjective. Remember, adverbs only modify adjectives. Theory, again, is important here. Here you have an example. Also, we can have only one adjective, but most of the cases are adverb plus adjective. And here, two adverbs and one adjective. And adverb phrase combinations are only one adverb and the combination of two adverbs in a row. But if you have two adverbs in a row, one is a is a quantifier, is a modifier, with the degree. One gives you the degree, and the other one is the adverb by itself. So we have continuation of doing the specific syntax trees analysis. I'm going to explain how to do it with complete sentences, simple ones, sentences that are simple but they are complete. How you can do it? The first thing is analyze the sentence. The dog ate the bone. What you can see here, we have a complete sentence, so we have to label the top of the tree. Has to be labeled with an S that indicates that it's a sentence. Then we have to divide it into two main categories. What are the two main categories? Obviously, subject and verb. So these lines indicates that this one is for subject elements and this one is for predicate elements. So noun phrase. What am I writing here that I have a noun phrase? Obviously, I can see the dog. The dog is a noun phrase. So the first element in a noun phrase here is the determiner, obviously, that it's the, and then what we have, noun, it is about dog. So the noun phrase first is determiner and noun. Then what I have, ate, what is that? It's a verb phrase. So the verb phrase, it's obviously ate. Then the bone, what am I have here? I have a noun phrase, obviously. So here the verb phrase is constituent by a verb in a noun phrase, and this noun phrase is the same formula, determiner and noun. Another example, the small boy saw George with a crazy dog recently. Here we have a longer sentence, but it's a simple one. The first thing, label the top with S, that is a sentence, then the two elements, subject and predicate, and then let's analyze the element in their two main categories. Then what we have, the small boy, what is that? It's a noun phrase, one of the combination of a noun phrase. And this noun phrase has three elements, the small boy, determiner, then we have the adjective, small, and the noun, that it's boy. It's another combination of noun phrase with an adjective in the middle. So what we have then, saw, obviously is a verb phrase. The verb phrase that consists of a verb, saw. Then what we have, George. What is George? It's obviously a noun phrase. It's the first combination of a noun phrase, that it's a proper noun, George. Then what we have, with a crazy dog recently. With a crazy dog recently. What you can see here, with is obviously a PP, is a prepositional phrase. So what is the first element in a prepositional phrase? It's a preposition, obviously. But then what I have, a crazy dog. What is that? A crazy dog obviously is a combination of a noun phrase. And this noun phrase consists of three elements, determiner, adjective, and noun, obviously. But I have a word here, recently. What is recently? It's a adverb. So the adverbs only modify verbs. So that's why you have to diagram the word recently from the verb phrase, because recently only modifies verbs. So this is an adverb phrase, obviously, and consists only of one element, recently. The last example is, he worked in a very small school. Again, sentence and the two elements, subject and predicate. What do we have here? He. It's a noun phrase. It's a pronoun, obviously. Then what I have is a verb phrase that consists of a verb that it works. Then what I have here, in a very small school. Let's analyze here. In is obviously a PP, is a prepositional phrase that consists only in one preposition. But what do I have here? I have a very small school. I have to diagram that from the PP because it's related to the PP. In a very small school. What do I have here? And pay attention. We have a noun phrase because we have a determiner that indicates that we have a noun phrase, and we have to diagram it. It's a determiner, but very small. What do we have here? I have a quantifier, I have an adverb here, and I have an adjective. What is this combination about according to the structures, according to the formula? This is an adjective phrase because we have an adverb and an adjective. So we can diagram here, we can have inside of a noun phrase, we can have an adjective phrase. Obviously, we can do it. So we have to diagram it in this way. So we have a noun phrase that consists of a determiner, but inside of a noun phrase, we have an adjective phrase. And at the end of that noun phrase, we have a noun that is school. So don't confuse yourself. Inside of this noun phrase, we have the two main elements, that is a determinant and a noun, but inside of those determinants and a noun, we have an adjective phrase. So this is a strange combination, but it's still possible.